strong.
Manila is expected to make a decision on its future combat aircraft to fulfill the long-dragging multi-role fighter (MRF) requirement. Part of the Philippines' broader the decision on the winner was expected already at the end of 2022, but apparent budgetary woes delayed the decision. Two aircraft have been shortlisted for the final round of competition: the Lockheed Martin F-16 and Saab JAS 39 Gripen, from the United States and Sweden respectively. Different sources have suggested that the US-made F-16 is the preferred candidate, while others claim that the Swedish Gripen is preferred by the Department of Defense. This article will look at some important considerations beyond alliance politics that need to be borne in mind in deciding on the future shape of a nation's combat air power. Both Washington and Stockholm have been actively pushing for their fighter options during the last year. The U.S. offer worth $2.43 billion included 12 new F-16 Block 70/72 fighters, weapons, and training. The sum grossly exceeded Manila's budget. Then Secretary of Defense Delfin Lorenzana quipped, "With our allocated budget, we can only buy 2 F-16. But if we buy the Gripen, we can buy 6. Washington has also proposed the delivery of second-hand Block 50/52 aircraft. The catch, however, is that Manila would have to bear the cost of upgrading the aircraft to the latest Block 70/72 standard, which would include a costly integration of the latest radar, likely the AN/APG-83 installed in the new-build F-16V aircraft, and new avionics and other systems. With the exit of the controversial Rodrigo Duterte's administration, Sweden has become politically more willing to push Gripen for Manila. As a clear sign of this, Stockholm and Manila recently signed a Memorandum of Understanding for Defense Materiel Cooperation on the sidelines of the Shangri-La Dialogue, held in Singapore. Unlike the U.S. offer, Sweden's bid is within Manila's budget and includes 12 Gripen C and D aircraft as well as 2 additional aircraft for a total of 14 aircraft. As much as is publicly known, Saab has offered the Philippines 2 packages, one including second-hand aircraft and 12 unfinished aircraft, which were not required by the Swedish Air Force and are, therefore, brand new aircraft. The aircraft would be upgraded to a C+ standard with technology insertions from the latest E model. It is not surprising that the US-made F-16 is assumed to run ahead of Gripen due to Manila's treaty alliance with the US and President Marcos Jr.'s realignment of foreign policy towards Washington. Acquiring US aircraft, therefore, would be a strong signal of Manila's alignment and force integration with the US. The strong links with Washington would also help in the training, support, and supply of the fighters. However, while considerations of alliance politics will certainly play a big role in the final decision, other important issues need to be considered as well. First, the acquired aircraft will serve the Philippine Air Force, PAF, for 2 to 3 decades. Therefore, longevity of the chosen type is a critically important consideration. Longevity is understood both in terms of the fighter's airframe and system's life cycle and upgradability to keep up with evolving threats. Procuring second-hand aircraft carries some risks and may not prove cheap for the operator either. Any second-hand fighters will have to go through costly and intrusive overhauls of each airframe to ensure their airframe durability, safety, and sufficient flight hours. Moreover, older airframes and systems will naturally have a shorter mean time between failure. This increases the risk of accepting older airframes into service and comes at a higher cost and maintenance. We got the latest news a few days ago that while the Philippines is nearing finalizing a deal with Sweden for the acquisition of the new JAS 39C DMS 20+ Gripens from Saab, It is also making headway in negotiations with the United States for its F-16 Fighting Falcon fighters to be used as part of the phosphorus monohydride U.S. Security Sector Assistance Roadmap under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. It's to the point that it wouldn't be surprising if a deal with the U.S. was finalized right after the contract between DND and Saab had been signed, which is expected to happen in the next few months. If our information is correct, it is possible that the transfer of F-16s will be made via hot transfer, with the Philippine Air Force pilots being trained in the U.S. first before the transfer can occur. This will allow the PAF to raise 2 fighter squadrons in the next few years, one with Gripens and one with Falcons. This would also enhance the PAF's plan to have 3 or 4 MRF squadrons by the end of Horizon 3, still allowing with the political will to move with MRF acquisition Phase 2 in the latter part of Horizon 3.